If you want to improve your flexibility and strengthen your yoga practice, then you might want to be adding this little thing to your practice, a yoga block. Or two. Yoga blocks can be great to help us improve our practice, and in this video I'm going to show you 5 different ways that you can use yoga blocks to help you improve your practice. So the first one is using a yoga block for better alignment, and this is generally done by offering a little bit more length to get into poses a bit better. Now, as you'll see here, half moon is a typical example of where using a yoga block can help us find our balance. Now these next postures are found in the Ashtanga primary series, and you'll see that using a yoga block can help make these poses more accessible to those who may not have the strength, flexibility or balance to be able to find the full expression of these poses with ease. Our second way of using yoga blocks is to help us improve our strength. And this one is particularly relevant to the Ashtangis out there. Now, if you want to lift up into Utbodhi, using yoga blocks can give you that extra space to lift up. And of course, you don't need to be able to do lotus. And if you want to jump through, well, using yoga blocks can give you that extra little space that you might need to come through. And with Chaturanga, using yoga blocks can help you measure the distance of how far you want to lower it down towards the floor. The third thing, my favorite, is using yoga blocks as chest openers. So whether you're working on backbend or just want to improve your posture, yoga blocks can be great for this. And so if you've never done upward facing dog with a yoga block, I really recommend you do it. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you might know that I love using yoga blocks as chest openers, whether you're using one block or two for a deeper opening. If you're working on your wheel pose, well, if you want to find a bit more opening in your shoulders, then try using yoga blocks at your hands. And if you have tighter hip flexors, try putting the yoga blocks underneath your feet and just notice the difference. The fourth thing is that yoga blocks can actually help us self-adjust. So if you practice at home and you don't have a teacher around you, then you might like this one. This variation of butterfly pose I absolutely love, especially when I'm practicing alone and I want to find that deeper stretch. And last but not least, yoga blocks can offer great support for a variety of postures. And so if you've been working on crow pose and you're struggling, try placing a block underneath your feet to give you that extra advantage of getting into the pose. Now this is one of my favorite side stretches where using a yoga block can really help you open up but also help you relax. Revolved child's pose with blocks is a wonderful restorative pose. As you'll see with these next ones, these are more restorative versions of poses that you might have practiced rather differently. And so using a yoga block can help you find the more gentle expression of these poses. And this is one of my favorite hamstring openers, and you can use whatever height of yoga block you want. And yes, I have filmed the entire video with this little guy next to me whilst also cooking lunch. Now that you know some weird and wonderful ways of using yoga blocks in your practice, if you're now wondering if there's little hacks to help you improve your hamstring flexibility specifically, you're going to want to check out this video next where I show you a really cool hack using a yoga strap.